Hello students, today in geography we'll be looking at the topic climatic factors. Climatic factors are terrestrial factors influencing the weather and weather condition, and they vary from one part of the world to another. Let's look at some climatic factors and their effects. Latitude and temperature. At the equator, the sun rays are most direct. This is where the temperatures are highest. At higher latitude, the sun rays are less direct. The farther an area is from the equator, the lower its temperature. Altitude. Altitude simply means height. From the image on the screen, you can see someone rising from the base of the earth to the height above. The higher the altitude, that is the higher the height, the colder the climate becomes. When you climb from the base of the earth to the top, let's assume from the base of the mountain to the top of the mountain, the higher you go, the colder the climate becomes. This is because the air at higher altitude is less dense and contains less moisture, which makes it more difficult to retain heat. As a result, high altitude regions tend to have cooler temperatures with lower humidity levels. Ocean currents. Ocean currents act as conveyor belts of warm and cold water, sending heat towards the polar regions and helping the tropical areas cool off. Distance of land from the sea. Land masses heat up more quickly than water bodies as it receives solar radiation from the sun, but also loses heat more quickly than water. So in hot seasons, most especially at daytime, the sea or ocean remains cooler than the continent and therefore reduces the temperature of adjacent lands. In cold season and at night, the sea remains warmer and therefore raises the temperature of places close to it. We can therefore say that the sea moderates the climate of the coastal areas by keeping the temperatures not too high and not too low. Another factor to be considered under this topic is planetary winds and pressure belts. Planetary winds can also be called primary winds or permanent winds. This is because they remain the same throughout the year and are distributed all across the globe. These winds are related to thermally and dynamically induced pressure belts and rotation of the earth. Low pressure bands are found at the equator and at about 50 degree to 60 degree north-south. Usually fair and hot weather. Usually fair and hot weather is associated with high pressure, while rainy and stormy weather is associated with low pressure. Cloud cover. Clouds can also act as a blanket, trapping heat on Earth by absorbing the heat released by the surface of the planet. They radiate this heat backward towards the Earth, warming the lower regions of the atmosphere. Whether clouds heat or cool the surface of the Earth depends on the height and type of cloud present in the sky. Natural vegetation and soil. Vegetation can affect climate and weather patterns due to the release of water vapor during photosynthesis. The release of water vapor into the air alters the surface energy fluxes and leads to potential cloud formation. Clouds alter the amount of sunlight or radiation that can reach the earth, affecting the earth's energy balance, and in some areas can lead to precipitation. The soil, on the other hand, can also influence climate on a smaller scale. Soils that are wetter or denser hold heat and stabilize the surrounding from temperature changes more so than drier user soils. The light soil reflects more heat than darker soils, which absorbs the heat. This brings us to the end of this lesson today on climatic factors. Let us go over to the assessment section. Question number 1. What is climatic change? State 2 factors that may affect climatic change. Drop your answer in the comment section. That will be all for today. Thank you for watching and see you in our next demo.